I was surprised that they boycotted.
You said they had won the election.
I was surprised that they boycotted the elections, because if you had won the elections, you just go there to vindicate the fact that you have won.
But if they had won the election, why should they go and run again in an election they had won?
Because they went to court to ask for a recollation of the results.
So it should be recollation.
So they should have gone to court to ask for a declaration that Nana Efriye had won the election. That's what they should have done. And then, if the court had compelled the EC by an order to declare Nana Efriye elected, then Obi would have only had the right to challenge the declaration. Okay, by electoral laws of this country. So that was why when the EC said, when NPP went to court and asked for a recollation of the about 10 or so polling stations, 7 or so polling stations that were outstanding, I said that they were setting a very dangerous precedent for this country. Because when you look at CI 147, there is nowhere that recollation appears.
CI 127?
Yes, there's nowhere.
You are mixing CI 47 and
CI
147.
I said 147. 127.
127, yes.
127. There's nowhere. Now, so the power to recollect results, I asked where did they come from? But the MPP was the party that went to court and asked for that. Okay, so when the Electoral Commission started recollation, so the court granted them. The court granted them that power to do. So when they went to recollect the results, and depending on which narrative that you listen to, and they were 3 outstanding or 19 outstanding, how do the MPP want the Electoral Commission to resolve the matter? How do they want them to resolve the matter? Because now the Deputy General Secretary agrees and says that, 3 were outstanding. So that means the coalition of the results or recollation of the results in the Ablikman North constituency was incomplete. Okay, the Electoral Commission says 19, meaning were incomplete. So how did they want that thing to be resolved? Now, so you see, when you set yourself on a tangent that creates confusion, the end result is what you have. But you see, what has happened within the MPP, and particularly in the Ablikman North constituency elections, reminds me of W.B. Yeats' The Second Coming, poem, The Second Coming.
Which you know actually.
Yes, the falcon cannot bear the falconer. There's a total breakdown of control and direction within the MPP. Total. And as we speak, the General Secretary and NEC should be apologizing to MPP supporters in Ablikman North. Because when you look at the figures, it means the figures will reveal that the stance of the NEC of MPP created confusion in Ablikman North and robbed Nana Efriye of an election. It is MPP that robbed Nana Efriye of the election. They shouldn't put it on the Electoral Commission. Why? We were told that 5,600 electorates were to vote in the Ablikman North constituency in the 19 police stations. Not so. The total results that came was 3,000 people voted. So more than 2,000 people did not vote. We know that 19 polling stations have been producing and returning results for MPP. We know that. We also know that at the end of the elections, Erebra Obin recorded 34,090. And then Nana Efriye recorded 33,881. The difference is 209. We know that in the elections, Nana Efriye got 1,300, just over 1,300 votes. Arabia Obin got about 1,600 votes. The difference is 300 votes. So the MPP in the collected results that was with the Electoral Commission was leading substantially. The people who did not come out, it stands to reason that most of them would have been MPP people. But the party had already communicated to them not to come out and vote. That's what the party did. And now you are blaming the Electoral Commission.
They said they had won the election already.
Yes, so if you have won the election,
so we have the results on your.
Yeah, so if I won the election, and you know that by the nature of the constituency, you stand to win the constituency if you crank your organizational machinery in place and just vindicate what you have long held to be the case. He said, no, you shouldn't come out and vote. The National Executive Committee directed their supporters in their Blackburn North constituency, particularly 90 polling stations, not to come out and vote.
So notwithstanding the fact that key party functionaries were in the constituency, tried to whip up, enthusiasm, etc., notwithstanding that, you're saying that the party's call, they listened to the party's call not to come out to vote.
When you sow the seeds of confusion, what do you have? Apathy.
I see.
Because people would have been looking to see a united, organized, structured, purposeful party. Not a party in disarray, like we witnessed in the just ended elections.
I see.
That everybody was towing a line that he wanted. That people who appeared at a Blackburn North, and you are a lawyer, appeared on their own. They were on a frolic
of their
own. They had no cover or protection whatsoever. I'm just surprised that Howard Compson exposed herself to that. Because your party had told you not to go there. Your party had told you not to go there, and you went there. So if something had happened to you, the party will not defend you.
But that's on the party side. So now we're dovetailing into that's on the party side.
So let me come back. Let me come back and tell you why the party
to protect people
from their flag bearer in the 2024 elections to now has caused the problems that we are having.
How?
In Ghana, the elections are run concurrently on the same day. Presidential and parliamentary elections. And the power to declare results has always been vested in the Electoral Commission. Then we know that the Electoral Commission has between 24 hours and 48 hours to declare
72 hours.
72 hours to declare the results. Now, Bawumia, what did he do?
He conceded.
Long before the Electoral Commission.
But that's he said he did it to diffuse the tension that was building
he did it to render whatever activity that was happening at the collation centers moot.
How? Tension was building up. People were sitting.
No, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you why that created this confusion. Because they were collating both the presidential and parliamentary elections at the same time. And Bawumia declared or conceded defeat long before the Electoral Commission. Nobody was interested in the process again. Because what was the purpose?
So we are not blaming him for an action he took to hold the country together.
He didn't hold the country together. He created this confusion.
The tensions were building.
No tension was building. People were simply waiting for the results. So when he did that, people were still at the Blackburn collating presidential results and still holding parliamentary pinches. They had done the same party agents do them. Didn't see the need because their party had lost. That's why we recorded that high number of unfinished coalitions in this. Have you ever heard that we've recorded this number of unfinished coalitions in Ghana? Because of his action. Simply because, look, go back and unpack. You will see the danger of that declaration, that concession.
Because I was here, we were discussing the elections, and we heard that Dr. Bawumia wanted to, he was about to speak.
Yes.
So, tension was building up.
What tension?
As it is in all elections.
No, there was no tension.
Tension was building.
So
People were watching
are
the
you
result,
suggesting to NDC that, and to my brother Haruna, that they didn't have an idea of how the election was going?
Yes, but these are to the two parties.
No,
the
so
larger
two parties organized their followers. So we had communicated to our followers that we were winning already.
And
they had communicated to their followers
they were winning.
that they were losing.
A few hours before that morning, Miracles Abuaji was on national TV.
It was cycle.
But that's what we knew. That's on national TV.
That's what on national TV. You're just psyching up the people.
Yeah, psyching them up for what? If they had lost, they would have told the guys, we've lost. Let's go to sleep. But they believed they were winning.
No, he was psyching up the people. He knew that they had lost. The records, the outturn, the performance has spoken to them already. And Miracles Abuaji knew that perfectly, that they had lost. He knew that.
I see.
And I know that he knew that they had lost. Okay, so yes, but the defeat was so catastrophic and disastrous that Bawumia had to do something to salvage an image.
By conceding quickly.
To put himself forward as a statesman. The unintended consequences of that early concession is what we have seen today in Ablekuma.
Wow.
It's what we saw in Tema. It's what we saw in Nakutia. It's what we saw in Domiko Abenya. It's what we saw in Okankwe Central.
And Techiman.
Because they were still in the process of collating the results. And the results, the presidential and parliamentary results, are collated at the same time. So when you concede that early, it renders the process moot.
I see. Interesting point.